Hello, my fellow Americans. My name is Duncan, and well, basically, I have a few concerns for you, and I'd like you to go ahead and do a little brainstorming yourself. I think I've come up with quite a few bright bright ideas, and maybe you'll have some feedback on it. If you think I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know. Anyhow, I'm going to be reading from some notes that I wrote. And you can go ahead and listen, or you don't have to listen. It's up to you. My fellow Americans, my name is Doc, or Dr. D. I am a national-born citizen of this once great and powerful country. Earlier in my life, I was very proud to call myself an American. But over the last few years, I have watched this great land become a land no longer of pride, integrity, and freedom, but the laughing stock of the entire world. I noticed that when President Obama was at his inauguration, whilst all of the other generals and other delegates were holding their hands above their hearts or at their hearts during the national anthem, Obama was swaying to and fro, holding his genitals. This is not what should be expected of the 49th President of the USA. Even in a third world country, this would have been a total disgrace to us and the people of this once great, powerful land. Our forefathers would most likely be flipping over in their graves. He has consistently lied to us, the people, and made a mockery of our country and us, its people, and has succeeded in doubling the debts to a total of over $16 trillion or more. More than all of the other presidents combined. He has made this country vulnerable and has pulled off the biggest fraud on the U.S. people in U.S. history. Bold-faced lied and told us he was a natural citizen, and his own grandmother advised that this was not true. He was born in Kenya. Once she went public with this information, he put her in a room and threw away the room and and had her shipped back to Kenya so she could not cause any more problems for President Obama. I could go on and on about all of his lies, but all of you who pay attention already know about all of this shit. His job is to destroy this country, which he's been doing, and has been doing a great job for sure. It is my personal feelings that Dr. Ron Paul is the man that can turn all the damage he has caused around. Also, Obama has just signed the FDAA bill from here on out. That is basically its martial law. Please do the responsible thing and vote for Dr. Ron Paul. Watch this once great nation be restored to its former glory. All of the other people with the GOP have all been doing and saying the same things over and over again by making false promises with no intentions to follow through with them. The same thing Obama did, by the way. It's my belief they all have the same agenda as Obama. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Vote for Ron Paul for president and make 2012 a year to remember. A wise man once said, "Truth in America is a treason." And that American that said that was Ron Paul. Ron Paul has remained consistent with everything he said, and all these other GOP clowns have been telling us the same thing, going from state to state, promising every state, anything they need, they've got it once they become president. But we all know that this is a bunch of bullshit. Obama pulled it himself. What have we seen from him? I mean, he's going to take away our gun rights. It's a clusterfuck. So look, people, I want you to go ahead, use your minds, use your hearts. Dr. Ron Paul, he's not a big-time politician. He turns around, he remains consistent. He uses his heart and his brain. And that's what we need. We need someone to bring power back to the people. More power to the people, less power to the government. Because the government, their job is to obtain as much information as they can on the people. And let me clue you all in on a few things. Obama, I understand that he's bringing back some of the troops from Iraq and whatnot, and Afghanistan, but what's going on is he's bringing them back to control us. There's going to be anarchy in the streets. I know that I'm getting tired of all the BS. I'm getting tired of taking they've got more laws on the books than there's laws on top of laws that don't make any sense. The war on drugs, it's a disaster. I mean, it don't work. Prohibition back in the 30s didn't work. As long as you have people that are going to sell it, you're going to have people that are going to buy it. You ain't going to stop it. The only reason these police and feds and all that like that, because they get a federal grant, federal money, and you know what they do? They give themselves all raises. Okay? I mean, come on, guys. Let's be serious with ourselves. Let's not joke around. This is serious shit. Our country's in a uproar. There's going to be anarchy out in the streets. You need to go ahead and vote for Ron Paul so we can put an end to this bullshit and restore our country to what it used to be, what it was supposed to be. Our forefathers were great men. You know why they were great men? Because they were great men because they knew that they weren't perfect. They knew that things were one day probably going to come to this. And all I can say is power to the people and fuck the government.